see her lying back in her satin dress in a room where you do what you don't confess.
Happy Homebrew Wednesday. How the hell are you? Doing this Homebrew Wednesday, not with homebrew. Been a lot of homebrew stuff going on lately, but I'm actually, instead, I'm going to drink a beer from a brewery called Drecker. Drecker Brewing Company. Where is this? Where is Drecker? Let's see if I can figure that out. I can't see. I don't know if it's local or not. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I can't read it. It's too small. Anyway, it's Drecker. This is the King of the Thing Double India Pale Ale. It looks like it's all Citra, hops, two-row carafoam and spelt. I like the way they put the two-row oats carafoam and spelt, all Citra, and then their house IPA yeast. I like the way they put the descriptors on here of the grain bill and everything. That's nice of them, and the hops. It has been a wonderful week. Oh yeah, this is the oats and really kicking in here. This is a 9.2%, I think. I think I might have the beginnings of a cold or something, so might as well get a beer in before I lose all my senses. Oh, but I can still smell. It smells wonderful. Cheers, everybody. Yep, that's Citra. God, I love Citra. So, yeast experiment, 2020. You'll see some videos. I did a brew day. I think Matt from Rect did his yeast experiment brew day too. It's really fun. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a pain in the ass because I had to go lug around 20 gallons of distilled water because we are really controlling everything. Gary Fortin from Tap Out Brewery was nice enough to have stuff that the sponsors sent. Like, I got a whole bunch of Centennial hops, which was nice because that was one of the hops that was used in the recipe. Sent me some Comet hops, sent me some Imperial Independence yeast, which I don't think I've used before, so I gotta go take a look at that and see what I can brew with that. Yeah, it was really cool. So never had that happen before in any of the experiments I did, so that was fun. And yeah, I timed it out. I think I have to ship it by the 29th of February, I think. Is it 29th? Yeah, I guess it is 29th. Is this leap year? Yeah, something like that. But so I brewed it. I'll probably look to start dry hopping it sometime this weekend, maybe, or maybe another 3 days. I got after this weekend, but it's already taken off and fermented out. I think it's got a little slow bubble left, and that's about it. But I'm still gonna let it take its time before I try to rush it, and because I'm the control, so I got to keep everything the same. So I'm the control, so I used Imperial flagship yeast or Chico yeast. So just straight, kind of no, character kind of yeast, and then everyone else is going to use different yeast, and mine, I guess, will, I don't know what I'm saying. It's been a long, man, I think I am coming down with a cold. I'm starting to get a little sluggish. Other good news is my wife passed her Certificate of Association Executive exam. She was really worried about that. She studied for that thing for a long time. She had to do so many hours of OJT, had to take this massive test, and she just had no idea how she did on it, and she was really worried about it, but she passed it. So we just got back from a celebratory dinner, so congratulations, Heather, if you ever watch this. Very, very proud of you, and I love you. She doesn't watch these, so who knows? Who knows if whenever she sees this. I tell her this is like a video log for me, or a vlog, is that what you call it? She can go back and see Logan when he was a little bitty chap before his voice changed, like stirring a mash. So anyway, the brew day for the yeast experiment beer was a lot of fun. There may or may not have been some dancing going on with the mash paddle, so that was fun. we got this thing called Savor coming up in DC soon, where a bunch of local restaurants and craft beer folks come by, and it's really supposed to be pretty high end. So some friends of mine went last year. They said, hey, you really got to go to this thing. There's American Homebrew Association discounts. So my wife, I guess while I'm looking at the text downstairs while I'm watching the Caps win against the Kings, Ovechkin had his, second hat trick in like a week or something. But while I'm watching the game, Heather already texted back that both the Deans are in, so I'm very happy. I didn't have to go and influence her or cajole her into going, so that was cool. So that's coming up. Then we got SJ Poor Challenge coming up later in the spring, and NHC. I guess I'm still waiting to see if I got some slots. I changed my hub. I normally go through a certain hub, and I haven't had luck getting through the hub in the first round, so I'm going to switch hubs and see what happens. So I registered for 4 beers, so I'm anxious to see. I have to go back and check and see if, I think they have my regular email address, so I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, look, I'm starting to get a little beat down, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. And I might not even be going into work tomorrow, man. This is starting to kind of creep up on me. So anyway, have yourself a happy homebrew and have a very, very happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers. Oh, good morning, Brew Tubers. Okay, so this morning is brew day for the yeast experiment, the 2020 yeast experiment, being run by, I think it's co-sponsored by Gary and Brandon and Nick from Exit 12 and Gary from Tap Out Brewing. So had to start out with a lot of distilled water that we're going to treat. So let's get to it. I've already dumped 2 gallons in, so let's finish up on the HLT. All right, there's first runnings. Ended up at 1086. It's looking pretty. That's going to be a nice gold color on this IPA. I like it. Okay, so I am now doing the sparge. Just started the sparge just about 5 minutes ago, maybe. Something weird about this recipe, and maybe Gary can answer this, but the wort, I'm used to it looking a lot clearer going into the boil kettle, and for some reason this one, unless I'm doing like a wheat beer or something, or I've got oats, this one it's a little bit hazy. Not what I'm used to. So I don't know if it's because of the recipe or what, but I didn't see anything in there. I don't normally use carapils, so I don't know if that's what does it, or maybe it's all this water chemistry stuff with the calcium chloride and the gypsum we put in. I don't know. Hopefully it goes away and Werflock and everything takes care of it, because it would be nice to, have this. It's a West Coast style IPA to be, nice and clear. So I don't know. My runoff gravity was 1086, so I think I got good conversion. I did check my pH just after the mash, so I only had about 4.49 gallons of water that went in with the chemistry, and the pH was really low. It was like just over 5. So I'm not going to really mess with it until it gets into the boil kettle. Then I'll check it again, and then I'll adjust from there. I do have some calcium carbonate in case I need to raise the pH, but I think the target is supposed to be 5.2, so I'll go back and look at the recipe. So I may have to do that. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it all works out in the end, because talking to Gary, all the extra water that's coming in from the HLT seems like my water is generally around 5.2. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's too much drama with water chemistry. Anyway, cheers. Okay, so I thought about it some more, and maybe the reason that it was a little bit hazy going into the boil kettle is because I had to stir up the grain a little bit to check the pH, and maybe that disturbed. I don't normally do that because I don't normally check pH on my mash, so perhaps that's what caused the haziness. It stirred everything up. I did the kind of auto whirl off using the Herm system, and it didn't get clear as fast as it normally does. So maybe that's it, because it's Looks like it's coming out fairly clear now, so I don't know, we'll see. Okay, I am way zoomed in. Wow. So here I am, I'm coming up on the boil, the hot break. Mash tun's freaking out, I need to turn that off. Let's see, temperature. Get near boiling. And my target was 1057 pre-boil. I got 10, actually it was 1056. And I'm not going for a 1072, I'm going for a 1066. Okay, I am doing my whirlpool now. This is how I do my whirlpool. Got the 2 ounces of Citra in there. Got it to, it's not quite 194, but it'll get up there. I got the heat on, so. I'm pretty close to my final gravity. I was shooting 166, 167, so looking good.